While a football match is going on, a lot of people are eager to know what has happened on the pitch, who scored the best goal, who made the most dribbles, or which goalie kept a clean sheet. However, a lot also happens outside the pitch during these exciting matches, and not all of them are good things. Because while they're on the field, producing moments of magic, their homes may be unprotected, putting them at risk of being robbed. And well, some famous footballers have had their homes robbed while they were playing. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. If you're new, be sure to subscribe for more awesome videos just like this one. And if you're already subscribed, hit that like button to let me know you're enjoying the content. So sit back and relax as we take you through 10 players who have been victims of criminal gangs while they were playing. Number 1. Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling is surely an odd footballer. At the age of 27, he's already played for Liverpool and Manchester City, winning many trophies and awards in the process. Now at Chelsea, he remains a divisive figure among English fans. So perhaps it isn't much of a surprise that during the World Cup, his home was raided by an armed gang while he was away with the England team. Sterling's was at home with their 2 children when the robbers stole watches worth $300,000. Visibly shaken by the news, he's returned back home to be with his family, but could return to the squad if they make it past the quarterfinals. Number 2. Victor Lindelof. You may know him for his brave recovery skills in the field, but turns out he also does a good job of recovery outside the field. And here's what we mean. In 2020, he was in the news when he helped an old lady recover her stolen bag. You see, on that day, he noticed the woman whose bag had just been snatched, and in an act of bravery, Lindelof chased down the robber on his feet until he caught him and recovered the lady's handbag. As expected, she was full of gratitude. Now all of this sounds like it happened in an action movie scene. Right, well, it actually happened in real life. You probably expect that occasion to be his only encounter with robbers, but actually it wasn't. You see, in 2021, robbers struck again, and this time it was actually at his home. Unfortunately, this time he couldn't do anything about it. That's because it happened while he was away at a game against Brentford. Well, the good thing was that his wife acted quickly and locked herself and her kids in an inner room. So when the robbers got into the house, they didn't know his family was in, and all they could do was take away some accessories, leaving his family unharmed. Number 3. Paul Pogba. Pogba always seems to be in the news for both good and bad reasons. When he's not impressing or frustrating the fans with his performances on the field, he's doing it with his lifestyle outside the field. And well, he probably likes it. When there's something about him to be talked about, but there was definitely one incident that he would have loved to avoid, and that was the time he got robbed. Yep, you heard right. Pogba had his home robbed just last season. And this happened during that crucial Champions League second leg against Atletico Madrid tie. While he was away, the thieves broke into his mansion, and when they got in, they took some of his valuable possessions, including his 2018 World Cup winner's medal. Now that must really hurt, not just because he doesn't have many winner's medals to his name, but also because the World Cup medal is something that not many footballers are lucky to ever win. But that's not all. To make things worse, there was nothing to cheer on that night for Pogba, because his team lost that game and were effectively sent packing from the competition. Number 4. Karim Benzema. It's not often to see Karim Benzema rattled. The striker has made a name for himself as one of the deadliest finishers in the game. His ability to make magic with his feet helped Real Madrid win their 14th Champions League trophy. But there is one incident that may have scared the big Frenchman. You see, during a league match against Elche earlier this year, robbers broke into Benzema's home and made away with some valuable properties. Perhaps the heat got to Benzema as he failed to make any impact in the game, as he was replaced early in the second half. Though what was exactly stolen wasn't reported, we sure hope his World Cup winner's medal is still intact. Number 5. Lionel Messi. On the 2nd of March, it was reported that there were gunshots fired into a supermarket in Rosario, Argentina, and it appears that the store is owned by the family of Messi's wife, Antonella Rocuzzo. According to the police, 2 men on a bike reportedly fired a dozen shots into the store early on Thursday morning and then left a very chilling message on a piece of cardboard. The message read, "Messi, we're waiting for you. Mayor Pablo Javkin is a drug trafficker, so he won't take care of you." Well, that sounds very scary. Local media suspect that the gunman could just be trying to extort money from the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner, but it still doesn't make any of this any less scary. Thankfully though, no one was hit by any of the bullets that were fired into the store. All of Messi's in-laws have been reported to be safe and unharmed, but the story could have been very different because that supermarket is a popular spot in the area. It's one of the chain stores that the Roccuzzo family has been operating in Rosario since the 80s. And with Messi being a national hero, the store has since grown in popularity. From the message, we can tell that this has nothing to do with the Roccuzzos and everything to do with Messi. Number 6. Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku is surely one big man, and although his stature may be intimidating for any opposition player, turns out it wasn't enough to scare robbers from robbing his home. Well, perhaps that's because he wasn't actually at home when it happened. You see, at that time, he had traveled to represent his country in an international friend league, leaving nobody at home. And well, let's just say that the robbers felt that that was the best time to strike. Around that period, they also went on to rob many other apartments, but eventually they ran out of luck. And were eventually caught by the police and sent to prison. Haha, serves them right, right. Number 7. Steven Gerrard. It's not often that a group of teammates are targets for robbery. However, this was exactly the case in 2007, when a gang of robbers raided Liverpool football stars' homes when they traveled for a Champions League tie. One of the stars targeted was none other than club legend Steven Gerrard. To make matters worse, Gerrard's wife was at home with her 2 kids. Sheesh. These particular gangs were violent, as they threatened to hurt the kids if they weren't given access to the valuables in the home. At the end, the whole family was visibly shaken by the incident. Luckily, a member of the dangerous gang was later arrested and sentenced to jail. Good one. Number 8. Angel Di Maria. We all love to watch Di Maria play, don't we? With his goals, assists, and skills, why wouldn't we? And that was what fans were expecting as he made the starting lineup for a league game against Nantes. Pretty much expected, right? Well, it wasn't to be, as burglars invaded the superstar's home that night, taking so many valuables with them. And as soon as the news got to former manager Pochettino, Di Maria was taken off the match, and fans didn't get the chance to see him dazzle so much that night. It was surely a night to forget. Number 9. Wayne Rooney. Football testimonial matches are meant to be memorable for all the right reasons, but this wasn't exactly the case though for Wayne Rooney, as a thief tried to break into his home. Well, luck was on Rooney's side, as his security alarm alerted the police. They quickly rushed to the scene and arrested the intruder. Way to go, Rooney. And the number 10, Cristiano Ronaldo. Portuguese star Cristiano Ronaldo's apartment in Funchal, on the island of Madeira, was burgled, local police said Thursday. A spokesman for the Public Security Police, which opened an investigation, told AFP that Cristiano Ronaldo's apartment was robbed on Wednesday morning without providing any additional information. The suspect, who was able to be identified by the police and started chasing him, took advantage of the garage door, which was open during the maintenance process, to storm the building, according to the Madeira newspaper, Diario de Noticias. The apartment of the Italian Juventus striker is located on the top floor of the building, where many of his family members live. Ronaldo and his family stayed there for several weeks last March, after discovering a positive case of the new coronavirus in the ranks of the old lady team. The thief stole the Juventus shirt bearing the signature of the Portuguese captain. And its value is estimated at 200 euros and some inexpensive things. And the local daily newspaper reported that the police were able to identify the suspect thanks to the images captured by the surveillance cameras. On Wednesday evening, Ronaldo played a friendly match against Spain in Lisbon, which ended in a goalless draw, and is preparing to meet France at the Stade de France in Paris on Sunday, before hosting Sweden in Lisbon on Wednesday, as part of the second edition of the European Nations League. So, now that you've heard all this, what do you make of it? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. Also, hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications to get more interesting clips. We'll catch you next time. Bye.